Something unique in the nervous system and the emotional makeup of the human being.
Every day I try and think of ways to explain to people what it's like.
It's an attitude, it's a state of mind, it's a state of being.
It's just the greatest feeling in the world.
Emma, most of the great people in the sport have grown up wanting to be good at it. And they go out and, you know, whether you admit it or not, you go out there and every time you go in the water, you try your best. And whether it's you want to surf that wave as well as you can or you want to be better than your mate you go surfing with every day or whatever it is, there's competition right from day one, you know. And to want to be the best at the sport itself, there's nothing wrong with that at all.
The guys that are actually doing good are the guys that are dedicated to the sport. The guys that are doing it for the love of the sport and, you know, more so than for the money. The guys that are actually doing well and the guys that are actually up there are the guys that actually love going surfing, you know, that are surfing more now than they've ever have.
It's a very difficult thing to do. You just can't teach this. You know, you have to have the enthusiasm of a 10-year-old, an 8-year-old. You have to be loose and you have to want to, you know, do this every day to get any good at this, you know, for 8, 10 years, you know. This is an extremely difficult and hard to understand thing. When you know you've done everything right and you feel really good within yourself about that win, it's a special thing, a really special thing.
There are guys out there who are pushing the limits of surfing, like Christian Fletcher and Richie, and they're finding new ways to surf on the wave itself, going up and floating across the lip and going into the air. I think that will be more and more integrated into surfing.
I always try to improve my surfboard so I can do different things and faster and harder.
Some guys are going to be trying for maybe a unique situation on the wave where if everything sets up right, they can do something that was never done before.
I reckon the best for surfing to be is power. Like putting all of your energy into one just big gouge and just taking it to pieces.
Well, the expectations, you know, they've been around for the last couple of years. Yeah, I'm not out there to please anybody but myself. Whether I'm competing or free surfing, you know, I'm doing it for myself, whether it's enjoyment or, you know, for points or for money. You know, all the anxiety comes out of me and no one else, so, you know, hopefully I try to fulfill myself.
think I'm just like anybody. I like to go out when it's nice and round, and just try to get barreled. You know, I don't. That's all I want to do all day. I don't really care about anything else. I think it's good to have that kind of go for it attitude, and especially when it's dangerous, you have to get out there with a certain attitude, and you have to be in a state of mind where you can avoid getting hurt just by going for it.
I enjoy competition. I like seeing people's faces after I beat them. Two guys out there are going to take it to each other as hard as they can. But I think when they get back on the beach, that spirit of aloha is still there.
It's not so much a game of tactics, paddling around a buoy to get priority or whatever. That's the basic stuff, you know. The real stuff is what happens inside the guy's head. And, you know, what is that real sensitive barometer of his confidence that's going to make him try that one maneuver that he realizes that he needs at that point in time on that wave, because it's going to lift the judge's energy. That's the real art of winning.
I remember this old Indian lady who said because the Indians don't get together anymore and have ceremonies, that this vibration that goes around the planet of a peaceful vibration people aren't getting together for it anymore, and it's killing the vibration that naturally goes around the planet. And so she feels that, you know, ceremonies like this are, you know, you need them. So, you know, like to me, like a surfing contest is sort of like that, because it brings surfers from all over the place, all in together, you know, and we're all here to enjoy the surf or whatever we enjoy. We're all here for different reasons, but we do come together, and just because we do come together, I think that creates a vibration that helps that vibration that the lady's talking about.
best part about being a professional surfer is going down to the beach and, you know, you're in a really good mood, really good vibe, everything's really flowing, and there's a few grommets hanging out, and, you know, you can hear them whisper, hey, that's Gerlach right there, that's Ger, you know? And you know, and you look over and you say hi to a couple of them, you know, and they just beam, you know, that's unreal, because I remember when I was a little kid and I saw Sean, you know, oh my, there's Sean, oh my God, hey, there's Sean. Partying for me keeps me going, you know, keeps me ticking, keeps the creative motors running in my head. You know, if I'm constantly cooped up in a room and, you know, going to bed early the whole time, then I feel really, I don't know, caged. I don't like to feel that way. I like to go more the animal, you know, outlook. You know, I do a lot of working out, and you know, I watch my diet, and you know, I don't party on, you know, every single day, but when I do, you know, I have a good time, and I think that's what it's all about, having a, you know, a really good time, and you know, I mean, everybody's been partying for years. That's part of the thing there, you know. That's why I wanted to be a professional surfer.
Hey, surf stardom was pretty good, I could tell you. As Sean once put it, you know, surfers are beautiful people, you know, and there's only a few of us, so... But my wife would kill me.
Style is pretty much everything to me. It was something that was ground into me as a kid. You know, if you were styling, you had everything going for you. Guys with the best surf style drove the most styling car. It mightn't have been the newest car, but it was the most styling car. I mean, they had the styling chicks. They exuded style, everything about them. They had charisma, just a good flow about them. I was, as a kid, heavily influenced by people like Phil Edwards, David Nuevo, and Mickey Dora, and Peter Druin, and Nat Young, and they're some of the most outrageous stylists in the world of surfing. Natural talents. They could go out and ride any surfboard. They could probably go out and ride the door off your house and surf it with style.
Styles, I think, is really important. I mean, some guy could go out there and do the maneuvers, but just look like a total idiot and make him a shitty surfer. But style's really important. I mean, to fit all your maneuvers in and still have grace.
I don't listen to what people say much about my surfing, but you know, I'm always looking at other surfers, you know, checking their style out. I think you really need inspiration from seeing really hot surfers when they're really on, you know, and untouchable. That kind of gives you inspiration when you go, wow.
Surfing has to have maybe a little bit of a personal approach type of thing, a personal interpretation of how to do a maneuver, how to ride a wave, I guess, because you know, your whole body is involved riding the wave, you know, right down to, you know, your hands. Bodyboarding is great too, but it's a totally different thing where they're going for maneuvers because they're lying down, so they can get in much more incredible positions on the wave. You know, they've seen places where surfers have never seen. They've been inside the tube, upside down, and backwards, and you know, when you're standing up on a board, you can't really do that, not yet anyway.
There's some shit going on out there that's incredible, you know. I mean, guys do things on waves, you know, you're paddling out and you see somebody in a particular position and it's like a freeze frame for you. And it's art, you know. It's just art that happens for us, though.
Waterfall, nothing can harm me at all. My worries seem so very small, but by waterfall, I can see my rainbow calling me through the misty breeze of my waterfall. Some people say daydreamers for all the lazy-minded fools with nothing else to do. So let them laugh at me. So just as long as I have you to see me through, I have nothing to lose. Long as I have you. Waterfall, don't ever change your ways. Fall with me for a million days. Oh, my waterfall.
It's an aggressive sport, yet you've got to use a lot of style with aggression to sort of make it look good. When I was first even starting out, the whole thing about surfing was style. You know, just by looking at someone in the water, you could tell how good they were because of their style, the way they flowed with the wave, and they operated with their board. They used their board as a tool to sort of make their mark on the wave. And all the guys that are at the top now and the guys that were at the top have all had a distinctive style, and they've all had great wave knowledge, which have made them fit with the wave, and their style sort of fits with the wave and their surfboard altogether. I mean, that's what it's always been like, and I think that's the way it's always going to be.
I was one of the first 20, 15 who rode the North Shore. I don't know. It doesn't make a difference to me. Who's the best in the world? Who's the worst in the world? I don't give a fuck. I don't give a damn. If people want to think I'm any good, fine. If they don't think I'm any good, I don't give a shit. I'm there to ride waves and enjoy myself. It's all emotional and it's release and it's it's me. And that's all I have, my one life. My whole life is this escape. My whole life is this wave I drop into, set the whole thing up, pull off a bottom turn, pull up into it, and shoot for my life. Going for broke, man. And behind me, all this shit goes over my back. The screaming parents, teachers, screaming teachers, police, priests, politicians, kneeboarders, windsurfers. They're all going over the falls head first into the reef, head first into the fucking reef. Blah. And I'm shooting for my life, and when it starts to close out, I pull out through the bottom out to the back. And I pick up another one and do the same goddamn thing. Corruption, corruption. Corruption in the society.
Get away with corruption. Watch out, my friend. They're gonna get you.
Systems, communism, capitalism. Nothing influences me. I just go straight ahead in my own thinking. And that's the way I do it. Now, I don't expect anyone to live my life. Why should they? Pretty lonely, a very lonely, bizarre existence. Scooter Boy I've tied up with 4 years ago. He's the only one ready to go on any trip. My next trip is the Cameroons, islands off the Cameroons. If he doesn't go, I'll go. For me, I can't live in the Northern Hemisphere. I must live back into time, where all these animals, all this sea life, all the oysters, shellfish, crustaceans, everything is part of the smell. Everything has to come into the focus of the whole experience. If you don't understand that, you're only a pretender. The whole magnificence of riding waves is that living being, that communication between you and the whole existence of reality on this planet. The individuals are getting pushed out and the clones are taking over. Masses of armies of them, pushing. So where's the individual anymore? He's finished. It's always somebody else. They're not even them. They're somebody else. They're copying somebody else, so they're not them. They're that guy in the video or this motion picture or some magazine they're pretending to be. The competitive part of it all is a whole different ballgame, a whole different camp. What I'm involved with, I don't even think about it. I don't want to think about it because it destroys, for me, the whole purpose of riding waves. I don't like noises, I don't like crowds, I don't like bullhorns going off, people giving orders how to ride, how to do certain maneuvers. All this is beyond my comprehension of pleasure. Now, what motivates these people is, I'll never go, I don't want to think about it. It has nothing to do with me. But that's their life and that's their direction. And let them go. They probably are the best in the world, and all professional athletes are the same. I'm in Mexico, riding a few waves, clean water, no pollution. And I see my friend Potter riding these damn waves, milking them dry. Fantastic. I like his style. I like the way he does things. He looks unique to me. I wish him all the luck in the world going in his direction. I hope he doesn't self-destruct and disintegrate in the process. These 90-day wonders or 2-year wonders are here today, gone tomorrow, but he looks like he's going to be here for God knows how long if he keeps his attitude going.
The giggling marlin.
You were the giggling shank. You were the giggling shank the other night, man. So, just like someone I know said that you had 8 breasts in your face. Or was it 3 pairs of breasts in your face?
4 pairs.
4 pairs. Yeah, so that's 8. Happy. Oh God, you guys have got to come to Australia. Makes me a happy camper, Shank.
A happy camper.
Oh, sorry. How you would say it? Happy camper? Man, I was a happy camper out there after you tied my leash in a knot, man. Shit. I was a happy camper.
You can pass for American now.
Please don't.
Let your body move. Everybody move. Let your body move. Let me pump up the volume.
this year I've won more events in this 1 year than I've won all my life. But I guess as soon as you start thinking about it too much, analysing it too much, I think that's when you start losing it. You got to just go with the flow and just try and keep what you've got going. Don't change your routine or your act or anything for anyone. I think as soon as you start trying to change your act or who you are or what you want to do for what other people want you to do, it's like that's when you'll definitely not get anywhere, because there's too many people like that in the world, and I don't want to follow everyone else. I want to do it my own way. I see in Mickey now, he doesn't do things he doesn't want to do. He surfs with his own style, he surfs when he wants to surf. I think Mickey's a legend, as far as I'm concerned.
About a thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. Three little birds, it's by my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true, saying, this is my message to you. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Saying, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing is gonna be alright. Rise up this morning, smile with the rising sun. Three little birds, it's by my doorstep, singing sweet songs of melodies pure and true, saying, this is my message to you. Don't worry about a thing, worry about a thing, oh, every little thing gonna be alright. Don't worry, singing, don't worry about a thing. I won't worry, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright. Singing, don't worry about a thing, 'cause every little thing gonna be alright. I won't worry, singing, don't worry about a thing. Every little thing gonna be alright. Don't worry about a thing.
Somebody asked me, what do you think about the name, the bull? I told them I guess it's better than shithead. There's so much bullshit. What's it feel like to get a giant wipeout, What was that first, day at Waimea? And then there's been a lot of stuff written about it that's bullshit. I think what got us in the water was it wasn't one of those really horrifying big Waimea days. We'd still been waiting. It was just a neat sunny day. And, it was just starting to pop on the reef there. Probably the biggest set of the day was 20. So it wasn't, one of those giant Waimea days. The sun was out and everything was neat. And they just said, come on and, give us a try, kind of. God, I'd love to say something heroic. I'd love to say something that, yeah, gang, we made history. But I think basically what it was, just a bunch of guys, parked around the bay there, and somebody grabbed a board and went out and went surfing, and it looked so good the rest of the guys said, hey, we got to get in on this. But there were some hairy days to come down the road.
They realized that they were part of something that no one else in the world was doing. They were involved with something that was completely different, and they lived for it. They set up their lives around surfing and making surfboards and living that ocean lifestyle.
Oh, well, I reckon they would have been pretty macho guys, There would have been a lot of energy in these guys. They would have been really sort of funny guys, They would have quite diverse personalities. And there would have been a lot of ego clashing, I'd say. Big wave men, they watermen, they would have gone, I don't approve of that, of that guy. And the other guy would just go, no way, off the other guy. That was 25 feet, that wave that I rode, or whatever. But there would have been a camaraderie once in the water, of course, like there always is out there.
It wasn't so much, what sponsors that were going to pick us up or how much money we could make on the deal. It was more of just, I think proving to ourselves and to our, the guys that we were competing with that we could ride a little bigger wave than each other. I mean, Jose Angel was one of the most competitive guys I've ever seen. He was incredible. And if you did something, by God, he'd kill himself to do something just a little better, You'd see Peter take off on an absurd wave, destroy himself, and you'd be going, Jesus Christ, he lived through it. Well, if he can live through it, I can. When a guy's risking his life, it'd probably be like a bunch of guys that went through the war together or something, That sounds corny, but there's not many of those guys around, the Ricky Greggs and the Peter Coles and the George Downings and the Pat Kearns and there's 6, 7, 8 guys. So when them big, gnarly buggers come winding around the point, those big black ones that nobody wants any part of, it thins down in a hurry, and there's still only 6 or 7 guys, and that's 20 years ago, so... What's changed? Not much, really. The faces, the names, but the place is the same. And the balls it takes to do it seem to be limited to, half a dozen guys or so to do the job.
I think it was always something inside me that I always just wanted to do because it always looked real fun. And I love the adventure of being out in the middle of the ocean with huge waves coming in. Actually, I kind of like it even more when I'm solo, or with maybe 2 or 3 of my friends instead of 50 guys out at Waimea, or when Waimea is 25 foot. I just like the feeling of being with the ocean and riding some of the waves that are just unbelievable and that could kill me.
Well, to learn to surf, you just got to go down to the beach every day, especially when you're young. You can be a surfer and not go surf every day, but you're not. It's just a feeling, like you go out and you surf and you just get stoked every time you catch a wave. If you wipe out, I guess you're kind of bummed, but you go back out and you get your next wave's good, and it's just the greatest feeling in the world.
for surfing, I think. When you're sitting on the beach and you feel the energy from the ocean, you want to ride the waves that you're seeing from standing on the beach, and you get this burst of energy. That's the whole surfing experience. Even pushing through waves is great. You feel the power of the ocean, and that gives you energy. And so I guess that'd be the definition of stoke.
Real high stoke I get is thick, heavy barrels. It's nature all around you, and you're trying to fit right in there with it. Every little bit, your head, your hand, your arm, your shoulder, your legs, your ass. You're continually trying to fit everything, and once you're in there and it's squeezing you out, the feeling of just getting everything in position just stokes you somehow.
When you get a really great tube and off the lip, or when you push your limits and accomplish something you don't think you were going to, that's all about being stoked. All surfers get tube rides and all surfers get great tube rides, but there are those very, very special ones when, because you're so totally in control of your board and you're totally in control of your body, that you think you're controlling the wave. But sometimes I think you do actually become totally meshed with the rhythm of the wave, and your board is like part of you. It's really a fantastic feeling.
Sometimes it's fun to go out there and just get on. What are the waves that stand out in your mind the most? Some of those just sheer burners where it was a 150-yard burn. I mean, you barely made it the whole way. You never cut back. You never did anything. You were just locked in the pocket the whole way, going as fast as you could go. A lot of times those are some of the best waves that you can remember.
You have your sessions where you come in and you feel, you just want to give someone a high five and go, well, that's what surfing is all about, You have a guy paddle out and sort of look at you really strangely and go, what the hell is this guy on, what's he doing, Everyone says that unless you're a surfer, you don't know how it feels, and to have that feeling, to have that that ability to be able to paddle out into the ocean, which you don't have to pay anything to go into, you feel that you're sort of in a way special because you can do something that millions and millions of people can't relate to at all.
so much adrenaline rushing through your system. It's nothing better than that. You can't explain the feeling, I mean, if you haven't been there. It's like better than any kind of drug in the world. Natural. I don't care what sport it is or what people say, there's nothing better than surfing.
You can't get that feeling anywhere else through anything, not through drugs, alcohol, robbing a store. I mean, when you're riding a wave, you don't think about anything else at all. All you think about is what you're doing at that exact moment. And you don't think about having that concentration, it just comes naturally.
You know, out in the water, sometimes someone doesn't want to see a woman. Sometimes they don't think a woman should be aggressive.
Depends on what the person wants to do on the waves. Girls can just be, I wouldn't say aggressive, but sort of just as intense as a guy could on a wave if they wanted to. They don't have to be really floating or whatever across a wave.
I'd be there sort of going, yeah, I can surf as good as him, you know, the old Joe Blug down the street and stuff. And it was just a trap I fell into because I was young, you know. I wanted to say, yeah, I am better than a lot of guys. And I was, but I wasn't better than the guys on the tour. And I don't think that's such a big crime, you know, as long as... And now I've realized when people ask me those kind of questions, just say, hey, I'm not as good as any of those guys, but I tried just as hard, and that's all that counts.
Something for something, nothing for nothing. Something for something, nothing for nothing. Something for something, nothing for nothing. Something for something, nothing for nothing.
Yesterday, there was a girl out there who did a big re-entry, and I was sitting on the beach, and all the photographers were looking, and they got the shot, but then they all looked at each other and went, who's that? Who's that? Who's that? Who was that? Everyone wanted to know who it was. You know, it surprised them. And if it was like that every time someone went out, you know, it'd just get better and better and better, and it's more exciting, you know, when you see a girl do something like that, you know, because you've never seen them do it before, and you never thought they could do it.
I just hate how they always compare us to men, whereas it's actually how strong you are, you know, because we're lacking that power, that's why it's hard to surf like a man.
You're just totally different. You're made different, you know, your emotions are different. You're just different. There's no reason why we should always be compared to the men.
We're all out there just to have fun. It doesn't matter about this guy-girl thing. It's really stupid. Surfing is surfing.
If you can give, you're gonna get it something. If you can give, you're gonna get it something. If you can give, something for something.
When I'm surfing, I consider a wave and that environment my best friend. I feel like I want to be one with the wave. I want to keep the tempo and the rhythm of the wave. Making the wave your friend and your ally is really, really important.
For a little, every day, like a slave. Every morning, for my family.
The kind dogs for all the boys. Local boys. Yeah! Thanks, Manny. Thanks.
Pennsylvania all the way. A lot of better surfers up north. We have to deal with the elements such as cold water, sharks. These guys have nice warm water. All the, you know, they're kind of pansies compared to the guys up north are more core.
Don't lose your head like when someone snakes you on a wave, don't get upset. It's enough out there for everyone.
Yeah, you just hang, you're free out there. You can do what you want.
They're trying to have a real clean-cut image with surfing and stuff.
But anyway, Dig, we're from England, man. We all want to come to New York, man.
I don't think they should worry about what the people do besides surf, you know. They shouldn't be judged on anything with their surfing.
What's on our LP is named Can You See Me? In the key of F sharp.
You know, that's what it all comes down to is the surfing, you know. Just being free up in the air. It's like nothing else matters at that time, you know.
Thank you very much. And now I'm going to do another song named goes something like this here. 1, 2. Can you see me crying all over town? Can you see me, baby, crying 'cause you put it down? You can see me doing that, you can see in the future of 1,000 years. Can you hear me? Sing a good song to you. Can you see me, baby? Sing a good song to you. You can see me saying, you better come home like you're supposed to do. Can you hear me? Sing a good song to you. Yeah. Can you see me, baby? Singing the song to you. If you can see me sing, you better come home like you're supposed to do.
Going on the world tour in 1983 for 3 years improved my surfing about 500% just by surfing with the best surfers in the world. It redefined surfing for me because there's such a difference in surfing just in California and then surfing with the best guys in the world. There's no comparison because they're so good and they surf so powerful and radical.
You've got to be able to rip in 6-foot waves, you've got to be able to rip in 15-foot waves, and it's just a true test, it's a true measure of a guy's ability. To me, a surfer is never complete until he rips in Hawaii.
Well, I'll stand up next to a mountain, and I'll chop it down with the edge of my hand.
The waves here have substance, you know, they're waves of consequence. They're waves that if you get a little too cocky on or try something a little too radical, you know, the wave will pick you up and slap you around and hold you down and teach you a lesson like that.
Pick up all the pieces and make an island. Mighty little crazy little sand.
If that didn't work, then there was always some big guy that could give you a lesson as well.
You hear these guys whining about going over to the islands and taking a few lumps from the locals, you know. Being around those guys and listening to Hawaiian music, and if I had to take a few lumps to do it, I felt it was worth the price, you know. I think what a guy's got to remember when he goes over there is that, you know, they've been kicked around for a long time now, you know. The missionaries worked them over pretty good, and, you know, they got all these people over there trying to buy up their land. Hell, they can't even find a wave to surf, and it's their island.
The energy is strong. The energy is so strong. When I see Dan get an unbelievable deep barrel, I want to go out and try to get one just as deep, if not deeper. You know, it's a big inspiration for us Hawaiian kids here because he is so powerful in the water and such an unbelievable surfer. Then on land, when you got to meet him, he was such a nice guy and real Hawaiian.
This is my land.
People who talk a lot don't know how to surf. So, you know, I think to really get a point across, you gotta just do it and not say it, because talk is cheap.
Some of us wake up, others roll.
we're pretty proud of our sport. It's part of you, you know, you do it so much and you enjoy it so much, and it goes back so far in history. You can show the kahunas also and be around. I want the kids to know that I'm always like a big brother. If they want to ever come up to me and talk to me or anything like that, I'm always there, you know, to talk to them. And especially in the water, when you're surfing, because I know how the feeling is when you're a kid and you have you know, somebody you look up to, you know, talk to you and surf with you. You know, it's a good feeling. So, you know, I like to try to pass on that same feeling to the next generation and give them a positive energy and let them know that the road is out there for them to conquer. You know, sky's the limit. Any kid can do anything they want. It's just how much they want to do it.
You couldn't say we weren't glory hunters. We were here on the North Shore in search of fame and glory. Sean Thompson, Mark Richard, Peter Townend, Ian Cairns, Michael Thompson. There was this crew, and it was a really strong crew. And we came to Hawaii that year, and it was an exceptional year of surf. Professional surfing was sort of beginning to come into its own, but more importantly, performance surfing in big waves was where it was at.
When I came here, I wanted to just go out there and really prove to people that I could rip big waves.
We came to Hawaii, we had really no preconceived notions about how to ride big waves. We wanted to ride a big wave like you rode a small wave. We were aggressive, we wanted to be recognized, we wanted to be known.
There was an incredibly established crew. No one could touch Barry Kanaipuni at Sunset Beach. No one could touch Jerry Lopez at Pipeline. I mean, Jeff Hackman and Reno Avalero were the two most consistent performers in Hawaii, and they were phenomenal surfers. And we had this almighty task ahead of us to try and break in there, and we had to draw our own lines. We had to make our own way. And to do this, we had to go out on the most radical days and just to total abandon surfing. There was no world title, but there was the hottest of the year. You were going to get the magazine exposure, you were going to get in movies, you were going to be famous the worldwide.
That just drove the performance level every day to insane heights. I mean, guys would go deeper, take greater chances, and guys got hurt because we'd just push it.
I was thinking, this is a dangerous place. Well, this is a dangerous place.
I remember Rabbit used to be hell of aggressive in the water. He used to want to get every single wave out there. Ian Cairns was aggressive. Mike Thompson, Bruce Raymond. There were so many guys, and we went out there and took really big chances. That was the only way you could kind of make a name for yourself. We surfed huge Pipeline. We used to surf Pipeline when it was closing out. We'd surf Sunset when it was messy, when a 12-foot northwest swell at sunset and a howling north wind, and we'd be the only guys out there getting thumped and getting bashed around. But still, we were out there, and this group of unknown guys coming on the scene and turning it upside down. And
we were not unknown to ourselves for sure. We'd already developed a peer group with our own set of respect ratios, if you like, and we were unknown in the context of Hawaii, and I think that was one of the things that led to a lot of the problems that happened between the Australians and the Hawaiians in the mid-70s. We came here just with the mission to surf, and to surf the way we knew how. there was a great spirit there amongst us, a real intuitive spirit. There was no one sitting down every morning saying, okay, here's the agenda. Today we will surf the pipe and we will ride the backside in the tube. It was like, hey, man, we're just going to go out there and give it a go, you know?
The winter of 75, 76 will go down in history as a crossroads of sort, of a time when a new crew was approaching the waves with a completely different attitude. When we were thinking that, sure, the North Shore was everything, but we had these dreams that went beyond it. We had these dreams of professional surfing.
It's a tough job, mate. Wouldn't swap jobs for anything in the world today, that's for sure. It's hard to put surfing itself into a competitive situation without someone thinking there's something wrong with it. I think the only bad thing about it is that
Me, myself, and I.
people start to lose touch with why they started surfing, and not from a soul point of view, but just from an enjoyment point of view, you know, and the getting out there and having a good time with your friends and not really stressing too much about things. It's a good release, it's a good way of getting away from everything. And if your avenue for getting away from everything becomes your avenue of stress at the same time, that's just becomes really confusing. And they've got to let the people involved in the sport, the young kids, everyone find their own answers and find their own progression instead of sitting around being armchair experts, you know. No, you're doing it wrong, do it my way, I know, you know. Like a pack of Jerry Falwells all out there with the answer, you know. They should do, everyone's got to learn for themselves, take their own route, and in the end they'll be a hell of a lot wiser for it, you know.
Surfing for a living for me is a fantastic job because it's not 9 to 5, and you know, I'd be surfing you know, anyway, and to be able to surf for a living is great. So that's really my motivation behind why I do it and why I'm hanging in there for so long, is because I feel that it is a really great job, and if there's anything else that comes along, there's no reason why I can't do it while I am surfing.
go as fast as you can, and then change direction and go as fast as you can in the other direction. Pirouette on your head? No. I don't know. I mean, surfing that's what's so good about surfing, because you never know, you never know what's going to happen the next surf you go out. There's always moves you sort of think about and you try and do, and then all of a sudden one day you do it. And to go out there and say to yourself, I'm going to try something new, it just doesn't work that way. You got to just let it flow. And I think, I mean, the floater was just a move that came out of nowhere, and all of a sudden it was the move of the year. And next year there's going to be something different, and the year after there'll be something different. But it's a bag of tricks out there, and I mean, everyone's got the ability to pull off radical moves or different moves, and it's just up to the individual's imagination to see what he can come up with.
Year after year, people seem to be getting deeper and deeper in the tube, and if the timing's right, the wave is right, you can come back from just about any place, and the future of tube riding is yet to be seen, whether it's by myself or all the spectacular surfers that know how to ride the tube well. I think we'll be seeing a lot deeper tubes ridden in the 1990s.
Who can do the hardest off the lip, or who can get the deepest barrel. I think it's beyond that. What the original essence of people getting involved in surfing was fun, and that's what bodyboarding is all about. That's why I've done it, and that's why I'll probably keep doing it, because it's fun to do. Here's this thing that Tom Morey invented, which is brilliant, that you can basically go out in the water without having any prior experience in the ocean and have fun. And on the same craft, you can go out and really push it to where surfing hasn't been before.
Well, this is a dangerous place.
There's a lot to be learned from bodyboarding, and I think just as there's a lot to be learned from surfing. It's hard to say, what they'll take and what they'll disregard. I think trying to compare who's the best surfer would be trying to compare who the best rock and roll group would be. It doesn't really matter, some people like this and some people like that, and that's fine, that's life.
Living on the edge of the coastline, living on the edge of a continent, using the power of the ocean every day, feeling that kind of relationship with nature. The thing that surfers could contribute probably the most to society would be an awareness of environmentalism.
Yeah, we are very, very unique in that way. But also, just like fishermen or people who use the ocean or for any sort of activity. We're one of the largest bunches of people that use the ocean. So I think it's important you know, for us to let it be known how the ocean is and its state.
The most important thing for a surfer is to look what gives them, you know, the pleasure of being able to go surfing, and that's the ocean. I think if you do see someone, you know, having a go at the ocean, just give them a quick slap around the head or something, and sort of, or educate them about it, you know, because it is, I mean, it is a sad thing because it's dying.
So the thing of it all is to bring people into the sport and at the same time make your living out of it, but then at the same time put something back into it. So it's kind of like, not like you took it all and didn't give anything. Even if it's a wave, you can be out in the water and 3 people are paddling for a wave, and this is very rare where you just go, I'm gonna give them the wave. That generally doesn't happen these days. But if you did give them that wave, that's a start right there of putting something back into surfing. Instead of just taking waves, give a wave. You know, give a smile, meet a friend, be nice to them, find out where they live. They might have a good-looking sister.
I mean, I know surfers that are lawyers, that are politicians, that are movie directors, that are network chiefs, all walks of life. And the thing is that there's a very rich part of their life, and that was when they were a surfer, and that is a camaraderie too, that goes on way beyond your years of surfing. And I think that at some stage, surfing, and as I said before, surfing looks after its own, but one day surfing's going to call upon you, and you're going to need to help surfing. And it might be an environmental issue, it might be that you're trying to put sewage out on your home beach. It's like surfing is going to need you one day, and I think that's why you were born a surfer.
The good ones. The good girlfriends understand that surfing comes first, and that's my life, and you know, they gotta respect that, or else we'll see ya.
Of memories still to come. We found things to do in stormy weather. Long may you run. Long may you run. Long may you run. Although these changes have come. Chrome heart shining in the sun. Long may you run. Well, it was back in Blind River in 1962 when I last saw you. We missed that ship on the long decline. Long may you run. Long may you run. Long may you with those waves singing carols.